Hi there, my name is George and I'm really excited to appear here today, and I hope you guys are all well. It's a mental health page, and I understand that we're all trying to dive into what mental health is, but in a special way today I want to talk about three aspects of life, and that is masculinity, mental health and faith. So as you all know, we are concluding the mental health month for men, and June has been a beautiful month. I've not been having very many people expressing, but at least I'm sure that they are aware that it's always important to express yourself, to get to talk to someone, and to share the problems, because we all know that a problem half shared is solved. So today I want to talk about faith, and according to Hebrews 11, we know that faith is the belief in the things unseen, right? You believe and you trust that an invisible God is taking part in your reality. And sometimes mental health is all about navigating our thoughts, getting to the bottom of problems and analyzing them with our minds before we bring them to reality. And most of the time, masculinity is this reality. It's our responsibilities, our obligations, all that we have to fulfill under the sun. And sometimes we ask ourselves, where do these three fall together? Where do they merge? And today I want to just throw more light on mental health and faith. And I just want to talk about a few gentlemen in the Bible. For example, I want to talk about Jonah. Just imagine Jonah's mental state when they had sent him to Nineveh, and when he refused, and now he's in the stomach of a big fish. I want to think about other gentlemen like Gideon. God is telling him with 300 men he's going to attack, and you ask yourself, how does this add up? So you enter this mental conflict and you're asking yourself, how does this add up when God is telling you to do something that's unrealistic, when the Christian thing to do doesn't make sense? And this is a place where very many men are right now, and you have something like tithe, and you have salary, you have responsibilities, you have the little money that you have, and you're asking yourself, how does it add up to get a tenth of this money and put it in church when I also have this thing to do? And you ask yourself, why? But now this is where faith comes into play. It's very difficult for people to fall through and just give God that trust for and believe that God has your back. And that's why very many gentlemen, even people out there, even ladies, are having mental health issues, because they do not give God that trust for. And I'm telling you today that trust for is only difficult when you're letting go, when your toes are pointing upwards and when your heels are now letting you fall backwards and you're just letting go. That's the difficult part. But the most beautiful part is when someone holds your back and you don't touch the ground. And that's what they call a leap of faith. So in this aspect of mental health and faith, there is no intersection. There is no place where you have both your mental health and your faith pulling on together and working together to actually make sense. Most of the time it's a conflict, it's violence. But after the violence, there is victory. As you all see, Gideon, he won that war. We can see Jonah, he fulfilled God's mission for his life. You get what I'm saying? And very many other people in the Bible that fulfilled their purposes. So as we conclude this month, I just want you all to know out there that the beginning of faith is when you let go of the mental conflict and trust God. And this can only be bred and prepared and nurtured in a place of prayer. The way you start your morning with a belief that there's an everlasting Father that is loving, that may not give you the best of things, but in the end, He's working out everything for your good. So it takes an extra leap of faith to believe that God has you. And when you have this at the back of your mind, when you have this belief, this concept that there's a Father out there, even in death, David the psalmist says, I walk through the valley of death, I will not be afraid. Even in death, your mind will be conflicting, you will be asking yourself very many questions, but there's always the same answer, that God is there, that God has your hand. And as I conclude, I just want you to take this home. The Bible says that lean not on your own understanding, but trust every word that comes from the mouth of God. Be blessed, and I'm sure you've enjoyed the month, and I wish you the very best of the rest of the year.